Hey, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Ready to do some CPM work. We got 2 pages of CPM this week. I'm going to go 2 pages out of CPM each week for the next couple of weeks and do 3 pages of pizzazz or other things. Try to get in a little bit more review. You guys have done a great job keeping up the pace, so we can make sure that we get a little review and work on some of the things that have been giving us trouble, so we get a little bit stronger at it before you move too fast into the later chapters in the book, 6, 7, 8, 9. So anyway, here we go. First day of March, the third month already in 2021. How crazy is that, right? So we got the third month. We'll go with the third president, Thomas Jefferson, right? He was the first president to serve 2 full terms, right? 2 full terms. Washington was afraid of serving more than one term. At that time they had just sort of broken away from a monarchy. That's when you have a king rule the people, and they did not want a king. They didn't want any one person to get too powerful. George Washington was really aware of that, and he easily would have been elected if he would have wanted to serve another term, but he wanted to set the precedent for the president, and not serve 2 terms. So here we go. Thomas Jefferson, March 1st. Don't forget your teacher name and period, right? These are all required for the easiest 3 points part of your heading. And my class now has decided that we are also going to put the lesson and the problem numbers as part of your heading now. Okay, start getting used to it these next couple of weeks. We have 2 weeks left in this quarter, and then fourth quarter you will lose a point if you don't do that. So let's get in the habit now while it's free, right? You're swinging for the fences in practice. You don't get in trouble or hurt your team for striking out in practice, right? So go ahead and go for it. All right, first question is, we have 9 pieces of licorice and we have 4 people. How many pieces of licorice does each person get? Well, let's call our people A, B, C, and D. Albert, Bobby, Charlie, and Desiree or something, right? And let's give everybody a piece. Let's deal them. Okay. A gets that piece. Bobby, Charlie, and Desiree. Let's go ahead and give Albert another piece, then Bobby, then Charlie and Desiree. And I can already tell, looks like I have 1 piece left over, right? So far, everybody's getting 2 pieces, right? B, B, A, A, C, C, right? And D, D, right? So this last piece we need to divide. That's the one we got to break into pieces, right? And the way I set this up, I don't know if you could tell with that graph paper, but I set it up to be 8 units long. 8 is easily divided into 4 equal chunks of 2/8 or 1/4 each, right? And we'll say that A gets that first piece, and Bobby and Charlie and Desiree. So each person gets 2 full pieces and 1/4. 2 full pieces and 1/4 each person. Okay. All right. All right. Now I'm not going to do every single one for you. You're going to have to start doing those. That's a lot. That's the second time on homework that I've sort of shown you how to do that. We've done it a couple times on warm-ups. Okay. Now this next one, I will help you with most of it, but you're going to have the answers. Okay. So I sort of drew this, imagining a library ceiling being much bigger than a bathroom ceiling. Bathroom is the smallest room in the house besides little closets, right? So this is the bathroom ceiling, and Ashley painted half of her bathroom ceiling. And then Alex painted 1/4 of the library ceiling. Now, who painted the larger fraction of their own ceiling? Larger fraction? Well, is half bigger than 1/4? Yeah, it's right. 1/4 is not quite half of anything. You have to do 2/4 to get to a half. So I think you could tell who painted a larger fraction of their ceiling. Okay, and I'm underlining those two words, fraction of their ceiling. Okay. Now on B, it says who painted more. Okay, it says, I didn't draw this, but if these drawings at right accurately represent the relationship between the ceiling sizes, the libraries being much bigger than the bathroom. Okay, now if you're going to assume that, who painted more ceiling area? Okay, who needed more paint? Who probably took more time? Okay, you're going to answer that. Okay, and then explain why. So I'm going to let you do your best. Again, we're pretending the bathroom ceiling's this big, the library ceiling this big. Ashley's painting the bathroom. She did half of it. Alex is painting the library ceiling. He did a fourth of it. Answer those questions to the best of your ability. Don't leave this blank. If it says explain, explain. Okay. Okay. All right. 6-23. Together, Lucia and Ben have saved $150. Lucia saved $2 for every $1 that Ben saved. Okay. So how much money did each person save? Well, you can start at the beginning and add it up and say, okay, Lucia and Ben and total. And you can say, okay, so $2 and then $1, and that would be a total of $3. And then $2 again, another dollar again. That's a total of $3 again, right? And if I kept doing this until my total added up to 150, I would be done, huh? Now I did it 5 times. What are my totals now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So far, Lucia has saved 10. Ben has saved 5, and that's a total of 15. I got to go all the way up to 150. There is a shortcut, okay? Using ratios and then rates, okay? And then apply that rate. So I'm going to see if you can get the ratio, okay, to find out how much. Okay, ratio rate. Remember, a rate is a ratio with the second number is 1. Well, we kind of already have Ben with 1, Lucia 2. Okay, all right. See if you can figure that one out. I'm going to come back with tomorrow with the answers for you. If you are antsy about the answer, then please see your teacher during their afternoon Zooms, right? Or their Zooms. Ask them then, right? All right. Multiplying fractions is what? Easy. Why? You just go straight across the top, straight across the bottom. So the only problem here is this is not a fraction. Let's make it a fraction. Use a C method and turn this into 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2, 5 thirds. Now I'm going to go 5 thirds times 1/5. Okay. 2 times 2 on top, 3 times 7 on the bottom. 4 times 3 on top, 7 times 4 on the bottom. Let's make that 4 a little bit clearer, neater. Okay. 3 times 10 on top, 5 times 13 on the bottom. Okay, and 5 times 1 on top, 3 times 5. Okay, you will need to simplify this when you're done. You'll need to simplify this when you're done. And you'll need to simplify this one when you're done. Okay, or cross cancel. I will show you how to cross cancel tomorrow, but you're going to try that on your own. And now 6-25. These might be difficult for you if you've never done a graffiti. Since you've done so many graffitis, I'm just going to remind you, we are in the first quadrant here. Remember the quadrants for positive, negative first, then up second, right? Negatives down here in quadrant 3. They use Roman numerals. And then positive first, and then you go down negative. So this is quadrant 4. We're all in the positive, so that's easy. And remember all those I just said over and up for your coordinate pairs. You're going to go over first, positive to the right, and up second. So make sure when you list those numbers, the first one is how far you went over. The second one is how far you went up. How far did I go over for A? I went over 2. So A is 2, comma, and then how far did I go up? 3. I did the second easiest one. Why the second easiest? Because E is the easiest because you could do it wrong and get it right. Okay. Now all the others, you have parts, right? C, B is how far I went up was easy. That was 8. But how far did I go over? It's in between a 3 and a 4. How much? It looks like it's right in between, right? What's in the middle between 3 and 4? 3.5 or 3.5. And then how far I went up? Easy. Okay. D is it's in the middle of both height and how far I went over. Okay, so that's going to be a challenge for you. I think you got it though. Okay, good luck. Again, if you get stuck, ask your teacher for help. It's like giving us cookies. We love answering questions.